another multimeter review. Hope you enjoy the show. Today we're starting something slightly different. At least once a week, I'm going to be highlighting or reviewing a crappy meter. That's right, it's going to be the crap meter of the week. Today's venerable first crapo meter is the BEST, also known as the best, the DT9205M. Now this meter was picked up actually at a local electronics store. That's right, a brick and mortar store. I didn't buy this flea bag off of eBay. No, I actually picked it up at a computer retail outlet. What did I pay for this? Well, believe it or not, it only came to around $14 Canadian with tax. Yeah, when I said cheap, I meant cheap. So we're talking around $9–10 US. It is a non-auto-ranging meter. It has resistance up to 200 mega ohm. Voltage up to 1,000 volts. Yeah, I can't wait to plug this into the mains. 700 volts on the AC. Actually does capacitance, which is somewhat unusual for a crapometer. In this case, they're saying 200 microfarad. Well, we'll find out if that's true or not. Does the amps as well, up to a whopping 20 AC and DC. And of course, you've got your continuity and diode testing. Also comes with this super duper trooper transistor checker. We got the on-off button. So let's start testing. Before we get started with the testing, I thought I'd show you quickly what you get in the box. Well, you get this lovely box. I gotta say, you know, it's an awesome looking box. And that's where the multimeter was. Instructions, of course, in Chinese. And I don't know if that's Cantonese or Mandarin. Maybe you can help me out. Unfortunately, I'm not too good in either. But who needs directions? Main thing is we got this awesome card. That's right, it is CE tested, approved by BEST. Beauty. Okay, first we're going to start with some voltage testing. And my 584 voltage reference apparently is DOA, but hey, that's another video. So I'm going to bring in another meter and we will compare the two. I forgot. The leads that the meter ships with, of course, yeah, they're the best. I mean, they're best. The best, not the best. They're from the company Best. You know what I mean. They're really crappy. Anyway, we're using them for the video, so yeah. And sometimes they have a habit of opening up. Are these ones going to come out when you pull them? Oh, there we go. Yeah, wow. Who's your daddy? Yeah, that reeks quality right there. Awesome. Can't wait to put that in 1,000 volts. Okay, we'll just stick that back in there for now. Also, one thing I want to point out as well, of course, there's no battery in it. So it actually did come with a battery. Has the little slot here, which comes out, and it's got the QC seal of approval. And wow, I feel much better now. Okay, so here you've got your 9-volt battery clip lead, and yeah, it's one of these really crappy, you know, it doesn't even come out, so I mean, you gotta try and get the battery in there. Hang on, I got this. Oh, yeah, hang on, no worries. Be right back. Ta-da! There's a will, there's a way. Our Jing-D is safely inside. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, will it turn on? Oh, hey. Whoa. Ho, ho, ho. Might not be so crappy after all. Alrighty. Alrighty then. So here we go. We're sitting at 2 volts. And as you can see, surprisingly, the display on this 9205 is not too crappy. It's actually quite good. It's only a 4,000 count multimeter. But that being said, what you see, at least you can see it. So at the 2.0 mark, we're showing 2.1 on the best and 2.089, obviously higher resolution on the Keysight. Okay, now we're gonna bring it up. Take it up to 12 volts. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. Okay, so we're at 12. Well, okay, 12.2, let's say. And they are both reading 12.3. So, so far, pretty well neck and neck. Take it up slowly. Let's hit the 18 volt mark. Okay, so 18 volts. And what do we have? 18.1 for the best and 18.07 for Mr. Keysight. Okay, taking it up a notch. Let's go to 24 volts. Doom, 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 doom. I feel like we need some, you know, music or something right now. All right, so 24 volts. 24.2 for the best and 24.1 for Mr. Keysight. Okay, let's max it out. We're going to be maxed around 31 volts. Got to go the other way. 31.4. And the DC power supply, 31.5-6, let's say, for the best. And 31.46 for the Keysight. So, I mean, considering it's a crappy meter, I'm going to actually say that wasn't so crappy. That was pretty good. I shouldn't say it's a crappy meter. Considering it's a meter for our Crapometer review, that wasn't too crappy. So, okay, it's not off, really, way off. In terms of accuracy, it seems to be, you know, pretty decent. Now, mind you, let's face it, a lot of these El Cheapo multimeters use the same chip, IC, what have you. So it's kind of hard for them to really flake out. But nonetheless, for the battery voltage, for the voltage testing at least, it passes. Okay, so next in line is the continuity test. And we're going to see how it fares. I've got the, okay, let's face it, crappy leads that this thing ships with. And let's see how it does. You know what? Obviously it's scratchy and these are crap leads, but that being said, you know, I'm not applying any pressure and it's hitting the mark every time. And the other thing, which I must say I do like a lot, is that visual indicator. So if you're in a noisy work environment, at least you're going to be able to see if you're making continuity or not. So that's good. Hey. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to replace these leads. I'm not going to put in $30, $40 Probe Masters or Fluke leads. No, I'm going to replace it with another cheap pair of leads. I paid $2 for these from China, but they're actually pretty decent. So we will see how this meter does with these other cheaper but better quality leads. Alrighty, here we go. Wow! Isn't it amazing? I mean, it's amazing. I mean, just changing the leads, and I'm saying, you know, these aren't $40 Probe Masters. These are cheapo $2 Canadian leads from Asia. Beauty. That's as good as any $500 meter. I'm sorry, that works. Awesome. Hey, good stuff. I think we found the perfect match. Okay, enough of those shenanigans. Continuity, definitely a pass. Next, we're going to be looking at resistance. And the DT9205 is actually capable, or so it says, of up to 200 mega ohm measurement. That is pretty darn good. So, I don't have any 200 mega ohm resistors, but I do have, oh yeah, a couple of very sexy, sultry Vishay 100 mega ohm 1% resistors. And we're going to test this bad baby to see if at least it can do 100 mega ohm. Drum roll, please. Okay. And here we go, folks. Wow, look at that. Look at that. It is so close. Oh my God. This is amazing. Wow. Yeah. Okay. It's a go. Good job. Just for laughs and giggles, I thought I'd bring in the Keysight and let's see if the Keysight can measure these 100 megohm resistors. Nope. That's it. Yeah, that's right. The Keysight only goes up to 60 mega ohm. So the best is actually the best. Alrighty, so this best 9205M also has a transistor checker. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's kind of cool. So I've stuck in a little transistor, a little NPN, which has been brutally used and abused, but nonetheless it's performing well and admirably, and thank you. Hats off to the transistor in this respect. Okay, so it's showing an HFE of 23, and just for the heck of it, yeah, let's just make sure that this is good. I'm going to bring in old beast. Yeah, this is an old guy. KT65. Alrighty, so we will just confirm. Oh, God. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Well, okay, so much for confirmation. I just broke the last pin. So, yeah. I think that was the collector. Oh, jeez. Nothing like live time. Okay, well, so much for that. But, yeah, I did check before, and the HFE was identical. So, okay, good job, Best. And, well, we'll see him in the obituaries. Sorry. Alrighty, we are now in capacitance mode, and the Best 9205 tells us that 200 microfarad is the max. Well, I've got a little 100 microfarad right here, and there it is, no problems, 88.8, 88.9. And the only thing with this Best multimeter is the fact that, as you can see down here, when you do check capacitance, you have to remove the lead out of the positive jack into the milliamp jack. So there you go. And it tells you that right on the display. You see that CX, so that's where the capacitance probe goes. But that being said, it hit the mark right on. Okay, just for comparison purposes, of course, I thought we would just double check that cap, our little transistor tester here. And yeah, we were in the high 80s. Unfortunately, the Best has no hold functionality, so I couldn't freeze the reading. But yeah, so it's pretty close. So good to see. Awesome. Alrighty, so next we're going to take this bad boy apart. Stay tuned for that. Okay, so we have taken off the cover, and no surprises, no shielding. Yeah, wow. 3 little screws go right into plastic, but simple enough to take off. Okay, so we're looking at the inside of the DT9205 right now, and here we see the current shunt and 1 PTC. There's our speaker, our piezo. Mostly SMD components, except for the capacitor at the top. You can see that or not. So right here we've got a through-hole capacitor. Whoops. And the IC is globbed, generic IC. So that's it. And now, hang on a second here. Okay, this is interesting. So we have no fuse, as you can see. We do have an empty slot here for what should have been a fuse, but instead it looks like they have replaced that with, I don't know if you can see this or not, I'm going to try and zoom in there for you. Okay, so they have put in a 0 meg resistor here on the fuse line. So instead of putting a fuse on that milliamp range, they've got a 0 meg resistor. Like, what the hell is that? interesting. So that's pretty dangerous. You know, at least a fuse is designed to break with a certain amount of current flow, and it's going to break in a specific way. In this case, who knows what's going to happen? This thing's going to blow. It might take the meter with it. It could take your hand with it. I think that's pretty scary. So I don't know how that's even able to get through the manufacturing process. So yeah, wow, that's a big thumbs down for that. Now I was able to dig up, I'm just going to pull back a bit, the exact same PCB from the exact same unit, but, well, I mean a different unit, but the exact same model. And this PCB is dated December 20th, 2013. The new one we just reviewed is August 28th, 2015. And on the old one, as you can see what they've done here, let's just try and zoom in on that. Here they've actually somehow jimmy-rigged a fuse, but at least it's a fuse. So there's no resistor there. And I had purchased that particular 9205 probably 10 years ago. So, yeah, now, other than that, it pretty well looks the same. The piezo is missing from this unit, but anyway, interesting. So at least on the original unit, they did have a fuse, and you know, very interesting way of placing it. But yeah, there it is. So put them right beside and compare the two. I don't know. So here's the old version with the fuse soldered directly to the PCB with some wires, and the new version, no fuse, just a 0 meg resistor that will hopefully crystallize and burn up before anything else nasty happens, but I wouldn't feel too safe with that. Yeah. Okay, well, you know, it's a crappy meter review. What can I say? That's some pretty crappy input protection. Yeah. And if we take this guy off just a little bit further, you can see there's nothing special on the other side. The tracks, I mean, they're okay. They're clean. There's nothing special. No other input protection, anything else. The LED. Try and get it back in focus for you. But, yeah. The on-off switch. And the input probes themselves are the cheesy type. They're also split, but they're, you know, on there really haphazard, so wouldn't take much to break those guys off. Yeah. Okay, so that's the inside of the best. And come back in a minute with the closing thoughts. So closing thoughts on the DT9205M from Best. Unfortunately, it's not good. Things were looking pretty positive at the beginning. It had some nice, crisp, fast auto ranging going on. It measured that 100 meg, 1% precision Vichy resistor quickly and effortlessly. Capacitance mode, although it's small, it's still fast as well. The continuity was really nice. And you also have that visual indicator, which is an added bonus. But at the end of the day, this is an unsafe meter. Even though on the meter it does say, and quite verbosely, the 200 milliamp is fused. However, it is not. What they've done is they've replaced fuse with a 0 meg resistor. Might as well have a piece of wire in there. It absolutely does nothing. A fuse will give you at least some controlled breakup, and they're designed to implode in such a way that the end user, at least, usually has a modem of protection. In this case, there's none. So, unfortunately, even though there was a lot of good with this cheap meter, there's also a lot of bad. And when it comes to safety and zero input protection, I just can't recommend it. So in terms of a crapo meter rating, I'm giving the best DT9205M a solid 5 out of 5 in terms of absolute. Thanks for watching this review, and there will be plenty more along with the regular meter and electronics reviews. Hope you enjoyed it. Until the next time, keep on testing.